I conclude with diagnosing the system. My idea is to tie this all together. Now, I have a whole talk in about another hour on DTrace, and so I'm really just going to touch the surface here. But the DTrace was designed to allow you to observe your system in a production environment. So it's designed to be safe. And that's a critical issue, right? You're running into some sort of problem, you're trying to investigate it. It's pretty difficult to do sometimes. You generally have to bring things down or set special flags. With DTrace, that's not the case. Solaris is littered with probes, what we call probes, that you can turn on. And then when those probes fire, you can grab diagnostic information from your system. So the probes are enabled via a scripting language we call DScript. And the probes themselves are a tuple made up of these four pieces: a provider, a module, a function, and the probe name itself. So a provider would be something like Java. Java's been DTrace enabled, so that's provided a bunch of probes. And you want to see every time a certain function was entered, we could turn on a probe and see what happened. And so here we are, we're in the zone. I can log in, root, the password was ABC123. You didn't see me set the password, but it was in that configuration file. Now I'm in this zone. Once I'm here, I can create user accounts. Remember, this zone has its own IP address, and then I could give that information to one of you, in the audience, and then you would log in, remotely into this machine and do what you want to do. Install the software you want to install. It's your little slice of the operating system to do what you want to do. So one thing I want to show you really quick, I'm sort of going to jump through the DTrace stuff. We're just going to do DTrace by example. And in the I have a little utility here called NetServer that is going to allow me to put load on this zone. So from the parent, I'm going to run, this is the global zone. This is the host. I'm going to run a little thing called netperf. It's a network testing utility. And I think the zone's IP address is 25. Yep. And then is it 25? 10.0 to... Oh, I'm sorry. It's -H for host. Nope. Thank you. There we go. So what this is doing is running a 5-second benchmark. That's what the L parameter is. And it's showing me it got a throughput down here of about 881 megabits per second, almost a gigabit per second. OK, I'm going to open up another window here. All right, now what I've done is I want to see the links that I have on this system. You notice here's the my zone 0. If I look at the VNix, notice the speed is 1,000 megabits per second. Now what I can do is say, well, wait a minute. I don't want that zone to have that much bandwidth. How could I limit that? And so I can do set. Ooh, let me see if I wrote that. Show link. Remove. Set link prop. OK, sorry. Yes. What's that? Hold on, let me just one thing and I'll answer your questions. P max bandwidth equals, say we set it, we only want to give this person 400 megabits per second, and then we specify the link we want to put that on. There we go. Now, when I run this benchmark again, it comes back, and we're right under 400 megabits per second. Right now, if this person in this zone really frustrated me, or I really wanted to be mean to him, right, I could bring them all the way down to 4 megabits per second, or 2 megabits per second, right? I could be really cruel. Now we'll run the benchmark again. You know, and so they're in their zone, they're doing whatever they're trying to do, and they're like using the Wi-Fi here, right? It's just like sometimes you're like, what's going on? And we're down under 4 megabits per second. And I'm sorry, I'm over time, and so I did have some cool DTrace things to show you how we could actually graphically visualize some of this, what's going on. My bad there, I definitely went over time.